Woof! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2,000 subscriber celebration and Thrift It or Throw It. We're here on our Tuesday Hall Pass at Two Dogs Digs. I got Good Dog in the basement. I got Bad Dog here. I got Doug Dog in the hallway waiting to start barking. And I don't know why, but for some reason, you people want to have theme songs. So I'm going to have a theme song. Yeah, well, let's just see what we can do on this one. Never said they'd be good. But we'll start with it. So here we go. T T T T H H H H R R I F T E Y I. Thrifty. Throw? We can thrift if we want to, or we can leave that stuff behind. Because you thrift or you throw, and if you don't know what to do, well, that's just fine. Say, we can shop where we want to, buying stuff you'd never find. Would you buy for a flip or pass it by quick, or leave a real good one behind? Oh, thrift or throw? Thrift or throw? Thrift or throw? Let's thrift or throw. We can shop in a thrift store, and we may or may not buy. We may find something neat, or be met with defeat, or cha-ching you with a victory cry. Say, we can thrift if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you may prove us wrong, like the point of this song, and make me look like an imbecile. Huh? Say, we can thrift. We can throw. Tell us, what would you do? We can thrift. We can throw. Who is right, me or you? We can thrift. We can throw, telling you what we spent. We can thrift. We can throw. Every guess is different. Thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. It's thrift or, there you go. It's thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. Da-da-da-da-da. Yay! A little bit of extra time was put into this, Carl. Thank you, Linda. Hey, Kevin, it's the Thrifty Dance. Yes. Hi, hey, Julie, Diana, Nellie, Donna, Heather. Thank you all for joining us here. Who am I missing? I'm missing. Oh, Holly. Y2K in 2021. Yeah. Tina with the Lake Exchange. Hello. Miss Sherry and Thoughtquake, thank you. Pauline, thank you for popping in. I think I said Kevin, but if I didn't, and Janet and Lisa and Julie. This first one was saying it. Thank you all for popping in here. And here we go.
I'm busy in the basement, so
there's Mr. Busy.
Take me off screen, please.
Oh, okay. He wasn't ready. Didn't know that he had to be ready. So, hey, Lisa, thanks for popping in. Hey, Debbie. So, yes, that's who we are. Dogs without hats. Oh, it's Carl's birthday. Happy birthday, Carl. I'm actually going to be seeing Carl on Thursday. We're going on a little trip. Yes, you get both the dogs tonight. He did say please. Thank you again for joining us here on our Tuesday night hall pass, where we like to have a little bit of fun with you guys all the time. Hey, Downriver, that's okay. You just missed the safety dance remix to Thrift It or Throw It, but that's okay. Never said I was good at these things. And as you can see, probably from the other thing, you know that I'm not necessarily the greatest at singing. But hey, you asked for it, you get songs that are good, songs that are bad, songs that, well, wait till you hear next week's song with me and Becky Joyce. She doesn't know it yet. She's doing a duet with me. Well, I mean, I think she knows it. I haven't written it. That's what's going to happen next week. Anyway, I'll rewind that and do it again at the very end and see if I don't screw up the words a little bit on that side too. But again, thank you for joining us here. Thanks to everybody at the side here who is part of our Kennel Club. Thank you for supporting us over the past year. It's been a fun year. Since we got to 1,000 subs, it was actually last September that we got to 1,000 subscribers and hit the 4,000 hours of watch time that you have to in order to get this. Let me just see if can I bring you back?
I'm still working.
Go away. So no idea what he's doing. He just went downstairs. So and got to the 4,000 hours, and then wonderfully back in late November last year, we started up the ability to have our membership with our Kennel Club. And a number of you were our first time Kennel Clubbers are here still. Thank you so much for joining us, and all of those who've joined us over the past little while as well. And thank you for being part of our Facebook group as well. Hopefully you've seen a few things actually in the past week. It's something, if you have been in the Kennel Club, there was actually a WOOF that we put up yesterday, a retail arbitrage that we put up yesterday. And I told you I sold 3 of them in the weekend. We sold a fourth one yesterday, and we actually went out today and found 4 more. So we bought some more of the exact same thing to try and flip. And if we sell all of them, hopefully we will by this weekend, we'll have made about $600 on this flip from something that's available at Walmart. But to find out what it is, you got to go into the Kennel Club and be part of our Kennel Club, because that's part of what we offer. Is we offer our WOOFs, our Watch Oout Fors. It's our version of a bolo, because we're dogs. And since it's dogs and it's actually not a thrift store thing, it's retail arbitrage for those of you who are newer here and haven't joined us. I have no idea. I'll pop in and see if he's ready again now. Hello, Mr. Good Dog. Are you ready?
Yes, I was grabbing the names of our subscribers.
Okay. Thank you.
Not subscribers, sorry, our members from
our
the
members.
Kennel
Yeah. So for our 2000s, just so everybody knows, since he is already under the bus and in the basement, Rick was supposed to be creating a new 30-second countdown for us for the past 5 weeks.
Yep, I was.
I caught him working on it 10 minutes beforehand. You'd think it was a song. You'd think you were writing a song for me to sing with only 10 minutes left. Actually, I wrote
have no short-term memory.
I wrote most of this one actually a couple of days ago. I heard it. And here's the really interesting thing. This is really fun. This is a wild little thing. So I hear Safety Dance. I actually heard it on Sirius XM on one of their shows, and because I listened to the 70s and 80s channels on Sirius XM, and I thought, oh, Safety Dance, that's a fun song, and I went Thrifty Dance, so I started thinking about it that way. And then Joel Nathan, who I'm not sure if Joel's here right now. Joel normally joins us all the time, and a couple of weeks ago we met up with Joel on a little one-day thrifty trip, and Joel actually gave us this set. He gave us this to give away.
A real surprise.
A real surprise. It's a Neewer double light set. It's a portable, like a little small portable light set. We actually use them. Rick's grabbing one right now. That we use those right now on our Pop Shop show. Rick's showing it into there. And he brought that and gave it to us. Now, the interesting thing is, his full-time job is actually at a casino. His part-time job, he actually has an online music magazine. And surprise, surprise, the most recent thing actually last week, he put an interview on with Men Without Hats.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. If I can find his site, I'll put it back up there again if I can find that.
No.
See if I can find it. Music Life Magazine. Yeah, this is what happened. I went there. So this is Joel's site, Music Life Magazine. It's actually a really great site because he does concert photos and things like that. But take a look. This is literally right here, September 24th. Interview catching up with Men Without Hats. So it's like the world. It's like, oh,
what can I do to put you in a hat today? Oh, it's all about the hats.
It's all about the hats. So again, thank you so much. So we're gonna have a couple of different giveaways today. We'll watch and hopefully we'll get ourselves up to, maybe if we can. We're hoping to get to like 50 live viewers today. And if we get to 50 live viewers, those hats don't belong to you.
I know.
They belong to Don and who we will be seeing. We're actually going to do a few little travel things in the next little while. Tomorrow, we're actually going to head out to Kingston, Satan Cat. We're going to head out to Kingston, Ontario. We're going to do a little 2-day drive out to a city that's it's about 2.5 hours away. And it's actually got a bunch of thrift stores, more thrift stores in it, in this town, in this city, than we've actually. I don't know. We'll pack tomorrow morning. We're going to go and we're actually meeting Carl, the lazy reseller, on the Thursday. He's driving down from Ottawa. We're driving down from Toronto. We're going to meet for Thursday. We're going to do a thrifty trip with Carl on Thursday. We're actually going to also meet the Max Sold and tour Max Sold, because that's their head offices in Kingston. Next week, on next Wednesday, we're actually going to meet Donald and Freeland, and we're going to go do a little thrifty trip up to the Roadshow Antiques booth in Barrie, and we're going to actually take a little look around there, maybe film something there, and then we're going to thrift around Barrie. And then the week after that, we're actually going to do a little trip to London, Ontario. And hopefully we'll see Dawn and her mom, Catherine, and Taylor Myers when we're doing that. So we're going to do a few of these fun little thrifty trips over the next little while. So we'll do some films for that. We'll have some stuff that we can edit up in here. And we'll be here, obviously, every Tuesday night. We will have some more Pop Shop Lives coming up every Sunday. And the reason I roll my eyes on the Pop Shop Live is because it's an interesting concept. It's I have to talk a lot. I
just giggle off screen.
Is just like, he's loving it more than I am, and at times he honestly is. He looks like he's having.
I have to try to produce a show while he's babbling in my ear, so and it's interfering with my nap time, quite frankly. Not really.
San Diego, that'll be 2023 when we finally are allowed to cross the border again. Brimfield is May. We actually have our hotel booked for May, crossing our fingers. We booked our hotel room already for Brimfield for next May, so we hope to see that.
Yeah, Craig is very shy. He does not like talking.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Angelique, you talk a lot? Nah, you're way too quiet.
Basic code for Max Sold is BARK, B-A-R-K, or BARKS, B-A-R-K-S, and that gets you the no minimum 30% off if you're going to try it. And again, let us know. And hey, Susan, thanks for popping in. You're not that late. And Greg did the Value Village there years ago. Did well at the Value Village years ago. I guess in Kingston, I'm assuming that. So just a little bit, Anthony. I talked just a little bit. But yes, Pop Shop Live is interesting. Now, the thing is, we're on there for the next, at least the next month, every Sunday. Everybody says November for car across the USA. Yeah. I doubt it. I don't think it'll be till April. Honestly, I don't think if it comes. Yeah, I don't think it'll be until April before we can drive across. And we ain't flying across to San Diego or anything like that. Driving across is first before we did flying. Diana did the Bellevue a few weeks ago and was not impressed. Okay. Well, we'll see. We might go there. I know that there was so many things, a lot of little smaller ones. That's what looked like it would be interesting for us, and so we'll just see. You never know what you're going to find there, and it's a little 2-day trip. Doug gets to go and stay in a little spa, puppy spa. So he's going to stay there and get a little bit of acquainted with the people there and the dogs.
I want them to tuck him in at night, and
no, he's not going to be tucked in at night. He's not like you.
With his blankie, and they can snuggle with him.
So for the Newer, there's 2 places that you need to comment, and it's after the show. I want you to do comments after the show underneath here. We're going to add those up, and those will be the comments that we draw for the Newer that Joel has given us. So once it's not on the side because it doesn't show, but once the thing is closed tonight, pop onto there, just put a comment in there. And that's where we're going to do the draw on that, and we'll give that away next Tuesday on our show live next Tuesday. But we may still have, we're going to do a draw for a light box tonight, right off the bat. I don't know if you got your little spinner thing, Rick. We're going to draw for a light box from our Kennel Club members, and that is, see if I can find the picture of the thing again when I'm trying to look for it. Of course, I wasn't prepped for doing that. Let me just see where I can find it. I will find it. The light box is actually this really great thing. eBay gave us a couple of these light boxes. We've given quite a few away, so it's okay if you actually. if you've won one, just let us know that you won one and you don't want it. But otherwise, this is, let me just find the picture of the light box for you. This is for our Kennel Club members first. That's the first people that we are going to thank because they've given us that extra support over time. Oh, Kev, thank you so much. Krav Maga has just joined us. So Kev, what I need you to do, thank you so much for being a YouTube member. What I need you to do, Kevin, is send us a ask to join our YouTube or our Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, we'll just, when the ask is there, when it says, would you like to join the Kennel Club, you'll see it says, tell us your YouTube name. And we'll know it's Krav Maga because we'll see that in case you're not. And then you can join our Facebook group and we'll see stuff there. I'm not sure. Okay, let me just see if I can find those things again over here. Where's that picture? Trying to get the pictures that I sent. I know, I'm finding them. Don't worry, I'm finding them. Talk, Rick.
I have nothing to say.
You just, I know, I do this to you all the time, don't I?
You do, and it's really
Here we go.
awful.
Here we go.
Leave me all alone in the basement.
This is the what you, oh, that's, no, not that. Where did that go? Where the heck did that go? Where am I? What did I do? Wait a second. Let me go back over here. I went here. That is not supposed to be there. This is supposed to be, what the heck did I do there?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I needed to come up.
No, I popped the picture up, but it's when you have to open 10 things at the same time and everything links. I'm just going to try and find this. So today is it. So what have you thought in the past year, Rick, since hitting the 1,000 member mark? How have you thought about the past year with the 2,000 mark?
Actually, I'm quite excited about hitting 2,000 subscribers. We are posting consistently to the YouTube channel. I don't think we're overselling the Kennel Club. We're not badgering people too much. I mean, it's a good deal if you want to join. It's $3.99 a month, and you get access to a bunch of stuff. And Craig can tell you all about that because I don't pay attention.
So in the Kennel Club, if I will throw something up on that afterwards if you haven't joined us there. It's $3.99 a month. You get our research deck that we use all the time that we update every couple of months. You get what we call our BOLOs, our Be on the Lookouts, our WOOFs. We talk about retail arbitrage. We do behind the scenes, and we have a Facebook group that we have challenges and things like that are happening every once in a while. We like to, and we have a lot of fun in that group. This is actually what we're going to give away right now to any of our Kennel Club members. And Rick, make sure you've added Kevin Krav Maga into that group.
I just added his name.
This is what it is. So this is the little fold-up one, and again, this is great. We're going to take. We have one. We're taking it with us when we go away because this is really cool. And it's got a hole from the top so you can shoot down. It comes with a black and a white thing, so you can shoot like mugs in it, all sorts of stuff like that. It's just it's a cool little thing. So we're going to.
They're called drops.
Huh?
They're called drops, I think.
Well, they're backgrounds. One's white and one's black, so you can use, and it plugs into your computer, doesn't it, Rick? USB.
I actually have mine. The one beside my desk is actually plugged into the USB port of the printer. When I need
any USB port gives it power. Lights up. It's so cool. It's everything. And let's just go. I'll go like that and add that to the stream right now. And this is the draw. Oh, there's all of our members. So we got about 100 and some odd members now who are in our group. So that's fabulous.
105.
105. Yay!
Sorry.
Click the spin.
100. 100. Right. Okay, I'm going to click to spin. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Becky Joyce.
Becky. I don't think Becky's here, but we've got one for Becky. But I think we got two. So you know what? Do another one.
Okay, I'm going to remove Becky. I'll write down Becky Joyce.
Yeah.
Let me do that first. And it's the box.
Thank you, Janet. And thank you. I don't think we try not to badger. As we say, it's at $3.99. It's less than a latte, so it's got to be bought, eh?
Okay. Just let me know when you want me to click.
Backdrops. That's a good name for them. Backdrops.
Drops, sways.
Oh, whatever.
I'm waiting for you to tell me to click.
Just click it.
Tell me what to do. Okay.
Click it.
It's click. It's clucked.
Pivot.
It's clucked.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being a Kennel Club member and for being part of this. So, as I said, what we're doing today is celebrating our 2,000 subscribers. We've actually hit 2,000. We're at 2,008 now, so I think, which is really like in our YouTube thing, which is really amazing to be at that. I'm gonna take that off of there, put that on here. I don't need that. I need this. There's our slate in case I click on that. And again, one of the things that we try to ask people, and we asked in there, is do you like having little videos, longer videos? Tuesdays is our long videos. They seem to be about an hour. They're running about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. One of the things that I think we did learn a lot, even in the past year, we're trying to do some things on a very regular basis. So one of the things that we're doing is the first of every month, we are doing we've got, it's like 3 shows we're going to try and do every single month. And we're going to have 1 or 2 that are flexible. And we'll talk about different things in them as they come up. But every month we're going to have our What Sold. So next week will be What Sold in September. And Becky Joyce will be joining as a co-host, as she has been doing for a number of months now, on our What Sold. So Becky and I are going to take you through some of the things that we sold in September on all the different platforms to let you know how things are working on them, talk to you a little bit more about those. We're also going to keep doing our thrift store showdown and our October thrift store showdown. Michael, Carl, and Becky are all coming back for that. And that is going to be, since October, our theme is scary thrifting. And by scary thrifting, we mean things that could be Halloween related. It could just be something you get, oh my God, this is scary. And we're even gonna, if there's stuff that could fit into the Thrift Hall of Fail, they don't have to buy it. They could just take a picture and go, oh my God, look what I found while I was thrifting, and this is scary. So that's going to be fun. And then we'll also keep doing our Thrift It or Throw It's. We're trying to add more to Instagram as well, so that we're doing Thrift It or Throw It's on Instagram. We're trying to post some of those things. And trying to learn how to do some other little things like some lives, because we're watching more and more of these youngsters on the Instagrammy thingy, Facebook Live reelies thingies,
TikTok.
and trying to figure out what the TikToky.
TikTok, Craig. TikTok.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff yet, so I'm still trying to figure out that.
He asked me how to figure out how to do one of those jumping videos where people jump up and when they hit the ground, they change clothes.
They change their clothes. I've seen like 3 different kinds of videos that I see all the time now. They're just constantly sitting there. They always keep coming up on my Facebook feed. Number 1. Dawn's lost her bone.
Dawn?
I don't know where your bone went. That sounds terrible. But
was your payment revoked for your No, I think you need to log into
It's because she hasn't paid for the Spanky hat. No, just kidding. So one thing I see an awful lot. This is sounding terrible. Her bone was missing when she first joined as well. There are some people who do have challenges with their bones missing, which is real. And some people, we don't know why you don't have a good bone, but we'll try and make sure we can figure out how you get your bones back. Thank you, Chris. Chris's Treasure Chest, another great YouTube channel, actually. And Chris hit 1,000 or 2,000 subs just a little while back as well. So good for you, Chris. And he's actually figured out some of that ticky-tacky stuff that I still don't know how to do.
Well, I could do TikTok. It'd just be dead boring.
Yeah, you would just be high. But anyway, we're trying to figure out some of this stuff. But I see 3 things happening all the time. One is I see people doing this stupid thing, the question, question. And like, first of all, it drives me crazy because half the people who are doing this with the question, and then they put the answer up. They put an answer that's like a 500-word essay, and it's gone that fast. It's like, how did you get into radio? I don't know. And I even tried to watch some of these damn things over and over again, and I still don't know what they did. Like, but it's like all these it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Question, answer, question, answer. So that's one that drives me crazy. No, the hand jive, I can do the hand jive, actually.
Is this where all of your time
Grease? I have watched Grease so many times. I can actually do the hand jive. That's one. Two is
people... Can you hear Doug behind me?
No. Is Doug down with you?
Yes.
Oh, no, I can't hear him.
He's growling at me.
Oh, he's growling.
He wants attention.
Another is when people do the jumping up and down and then their clothes change, which I just think is kind of neat. And that's what I asked him how to do, because I was like, I can't change that fast. And then we all are. Well, a lot of us are. And the third one is, well, there's four actually. The third one is the fancy Applebee's fancy like song, which and then the fourth one is people doing like some kind of dance. And for some reason, out of the blue, right now, there's a song that's like old that is started, and people do these little 10-second dances. So I want to do some of those. I just can't figure out how to do them. That's all. Joe. Hey Nadine, thanks for watching. Nadine, if you haven't seen her as well, Nalo's Thrift Talk just hit their 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you take a look at Nadine. She's actually on tomorrow night with Pete's Treasures, Aaron and Matt from Dallas. So that should be actually a fun show. They're on Wednesday night as a different time, because normally they're on Fridays afternoons during the day. Angelique does not like the Applebee's commercial, but loves the song. Yeah, I like Applebee's, and I kind of like the song. I don't know. But those are all things that I do not know much about, the Insta thingy, TikTok-y thingies, and I'm going to try and figure that out over the next year. But some of the things that we did figure out this year, we're trying to get ourselves to some consistency in terms of shows, trying to have good topics that hopefully you'll tune into on a regular basis and like. We know that the Thrifter to Throw It has actually been one that people have really had a lot of fun with, liking that. So that's why we thought we'd do this again. Hey, Joel, there he is, the man who's given us the Newer lights. Actually, Joel, if you missed it, I'm just going to tell people I did a shout out to you because I did a theme song today, and the theme song was Men Without Hats. And literally, this is what
you want to.
You can dance if you like the safety dance. And I could not believe that you literally just did an interview with Men Without Hats. Including, if you go there, it's actually really interesting because on the site, if you go to musiclifemagazine.net and you go down, there's an interview with them about this. At the bottom, they've actually re-recorded this No Friends of Mine, the safety dance, in a almost, I don't know, it's like a Muzak kind of version. It's a very, like, well, I'll play you just a second of it. It's just, that is such a bizarre version of that, Joel.
It's the Bridgerton version.
It is. It's the Bridgerton version. That's perfect. That's exactly it.
You can dance if you want to.
You can leave Ray Jean behind since he's not in season 2. What will we do? See, I sing anything anytime. But yeah, so again, just an interesting thing. So we are going to start off with a couple of our Thrifter to Throw It's, since that is actually the real purpose of the day. We've been on for a half an hour. Oh, look, we got some worn out drunks. Hey, welcome. Haven't seen you guys here. Thanks for being worn out and drunk and joining us today. I don't know what to do. How did he get downstairs, by the way?
He's happy for 2,000 subscriptions as well.
Yeah, 100,000 subscribers. Well, it'll take 2 years unless, of course, you're Rally Roots, and then they're already there, and so are some of the other people. But yeah, took us 3 years to get to 1,000, another year to get another 1,000. But again, we're happy. We're averaging at 50 to 100. We're going to try and average that up and see. So let's talk a little bit before we'll bounce back and forth. I want to do a couple of our Thrifter to Throw It's right now. So we like this part. This is what we love to do. What we buy, what I buy, and what we go to flip. You may or may not decide to. Normally, Donna Freeland gets every single thing that we buy wrong. So let's see how good she does today.
You might want to mute me now so I don't guess.
And Rick's not allowed to guess as well. But actually, no, Donna, I think you did okay last time, but the time before, I think every single thing that we guessed, if we thrifted it, she threw it. If we threw it, she thrifted it. But let's see what happens this time.
She did well at guessing the game show thingies.
Oh, yes. She did do very well with that. So let's talk about the first thing in here. This was actually something that we found. And I don't know if anybody's going to have recognized this. I looked at it and it's something that made me go, hey, wait a second. I think I know what that is. And this was on a shelf for $1.99.
I'm not looking.
Why aren't you looking? You can look. You're just not allowed to say if you're not at home.
Okay.
You can look. This is $1.99. And it is a little plate that has like a cartoon character on it. And I'm not sure if anybody knows who the cartoon character is, but it is recognized. It is a guy from Tintin, The Adventures of Tintin, Tintin. So I don't know how familiar Tintin is in the US. I know Tintin in Canada is something that's an interesting thing. There's a number of sort of European or you got it. He's got his hot. He's got his bone already. So things like Tintin and Rupert the bear are things that are. I know there's a European or UK influence to them, and we see a lot of that in Canada. But I'm not sure whether you know about Tintin in the States. But Michael, thank you for popping in, Michael, Mr. Michael Freed, Amanda, and the lovely Freed girls. Are all three of them are there? I'm sure they might be. Throw it. Nadine's never heard of Tintin. We're all over the place with this. It's interesting. So we've got
saying that the DVDs are or bolos if you're not.
It says thrift. Hey Dax. Sherry says throw. Kev says it's a French thing. For $2, she might thrift. Susan says thrift. So actually, we got quite a few thrifters in here, and I'm not. And Heather says I have no idea. Well, this is what you got to do when you're looking at something like that. You got to do a little bit of what should I do? I got to look it up. I got to figure out what it is. I got to think, is there anything for Tintin? Now, if you do Tintin, you actually have to put Tintin together, because if you Tintin, it doesn't really work. I actually picked this up just for myself because I decided I needed to have this. This is actually a special edition made Tintin licensing table for you. I don't know what the heck that means, but that's the actual plate. It's actually in amazing shape, and for $1.99, I thought I'd risk it. And the reason I thought I would risk it is, on a quick glance, I was seeing things listed in the $20 to $30 range for these. Now, they are not big sellers. Is that you making that noise, Rick?
I'm chiming in.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm thinking I'm doing it. So I'm looking here, and there are a few things. Some have been a little bit higher, but it is something that you just, again, if you look this up, you have to know what you're thinking about. And for $1.99, I mean, Tintin dish plates, $135. I know it's not going to sell. This probably will be a longer tail item for me. Only 12 things have sold, but there's one that sold for $400 and $99, and then there's one for $13, and that actually looks like it's a match for these. So $1.99, I don't know. I think a lot of these are actually also show that they're in the UK, so it may be one of those things that's a little bit more difficult for us to potentially flip. But I will say that Donna has won. So Captain Haddock. Thank you, Chris. I couldn't remember the name off the top of my head.
I couldn't find any Tintin plates on Etsy either. So
some Tintin plates sold for $99. Yeah, so it, again, for what we were looking at, I thought, you know what, it's worth a shot to look at it. Again, for $1.99, it wasn't something I thought I really needed to pass up. Saw it, grabbed it, perfect shape. I don't think I'll lose money on it. It just might be a very slow flip for us.
And if it doesn't sell either, we'll sell it on Max Sold.
Since we have talked, if it doesn't go there, we'll pop it into Max Sold. Since we've been talking a little bit about some plates as well, so we found some. It's always when you're finding an interesting kind of plate to take a look at it. This was 95 cents at the Mission thrift store. You can see there's a whole set of them back here behind it. It's the New York cityscape. And actually, if we go to the back, it's called the Manhattan Skyline. So if you looked at it and you saw that kind of thing, what would you end up? Oh, Lisa says she'll double the money. She'll buy it for $4.
But it'll be $20 shipping. So.
So if you saw this Manhattan Skyline kind of plate, and again, what we're looking for something with this is we're trying to go, well, wait, this jumped out because instead of a bunch of white plates that are out there or a bunch of flowery plates, if you remember, I think we did this. I don't know if we did it as a woof or not, but we did talk about 222 Fifth as a plate that I thought, who would buy this? I think it was in another Thrift or Throw It that we did a couple of months ago. And it was like 222 Thrift, Fifth. What the heck is 222 Fifth? And we looked up and there was good money behind that. And it was things that had this little bit of difference to them. So in this case, this is, we saw the 95 cents. So we could pick up 6 of those things, dessert plates and dinner plates. And Janet is, so what we got here? We got a Thrift. We got a Throw. We got a, I would look that up. True. Thrift, Throw. Depends what her research shows. Thrift, Throw. Thrift. So those of you who are saying thrift, you're probably in the exact same mindset as me, which is Julie's like for $1 each buy, but that's Julie's mantra. Julie's mantra is if it's $1 or less, I'm taking it home. Julie's new mantra is going to be, I will now list the things I bought for $1 or less. Right, Julie? Just so throw, thrift, throw. Well, what did I end up doing? I passed. Yes, I passed. And why did I pass? Because I literally did that little bit of research that we talked about, that's a couple of people talked about in here, which is if you look up the Manhattan Skyline plate. Hold on a second here. Let me just see if I can find them. Here is one set that I could find, the Manhattan Skyline 8-inch salad plates, listed for $18. No sold whatsoever. So it is less than a latte, but all 6 of them would have been more than a latte. Well, a special latte. Thanks, Peter, thank you for popping in and joining us. Donna and Sherry swap places tonight. So again, this is it. But again, what I want you to keep in mind here is literally that's why I took a look at it. That's what grabbed my attention, just like the 222 Fifth plates, which I'm going to quickly pop out for a second. Talk, Rick.
He's always doing this to me. I don't know why I bother. I can take myself out of the stream and then I'd leave you staring at these lovely plates, which probably would be more interesting than me babbling on and on and on. I can hear him running back to the room though, so give him a second and he will come back and entertain you. Cha-cha-cha.
That was not good.
No, it was not good. I don't expect to be good, so I'm living up to my expectations.
This is 222 Fifth. That's the logo you want to look for there. Some 222 Fifth stuff is pretty good, and these two were the things that I grabbed because they just looked a lot different from other plates. And if you actually look, this is a watermark inside the actual plate. It's design of flowers. That's a great image. So these, I think these are the ones I showed in my last 2 Thrifted or Throw It's ago, and this was actually $1.99 each, no tax on these. So at $1.50 US, and they are actually being listed for $40 for the pair. So keep those things in mind. Keep looking for that extra little thing that jumps out at you when you actually take a look on there.
And it never hurts to look it up. I mean, take the time to look it up.
Look it up if you got the chance. Sometimes you don't have the chance. Sometimes if you're at a garage sale, you may see something sitting on someone's stuff at a garage sale. I grabbed some stuff at a garage sale last week and I still haven't looked it up. But I didn't want to. I was like on Saturday, I was like out grabbing coffee. Went, serving pieces are more interesting than regular plates. Yes, that's very true. And in this case, this was just a teapot that I saw that I thought, this is really interesting. And the first thing that grabbed me on it was that it was like, oh, look at the birds. Look at the birds. Look at the puppy, Lenny. It is no, not it's the Birds Chintz collection by Formalities for Baum Brothers. And again, this is actually the actual piece itself. And it was $7.99. No chips, no cracks, or anything like that. And again, it's Baum Brothers Formalities by Baum Brothers. So when you see something like that, so Burbs. Thrift if no chips or cracks. I like the other teapot with the creamer, the one back here. This one not so much. That was a two-piecer. I did not pick that one up. I will tell you that right off the bat. Research it for research, Susan, is the thing to have to think about. Michael is he's in a throwing mood. Everything is, and I think Dax is throw.
This is the sort of thing you need at a rage room for people to throw and break against.
Well, look, Sarah says thrift it. Julie says thrift it. Rebecca says it's pretty, but a bit steep in terms of the dollars. And Lisa says throw. And I think that Rebecca, basically, you nailed it. I did not pick it up. And the reason I did not pick it up was it was pricey for the $7.99. And actually, the thing I wanted to point out here is chintz doesn't necessarily mean that it's worth a ton of money, because some chintz stuff is worth money. This bird
top drawer. Isn't that top drawer?
It's
simple
top drawer.
Buffy.
Top drawer. And if it's not worth, Don would keep it. Catherine says throw. So it's interesting because it's like Dawn is saying thrift it. If not much, I keep it. Dawn, you're preparing for a max sold right now because you have stuff that you had. Kevin was tossed. Throw it, too hard to pack. We're not worried about packing stuff, Susan. That's not the packing stuff.
Well, he's not worried about packing.
Think about that. Why think about packing? It's not my job to pack.
I must say I'm getting much better at packing the fragile items. All of those teacups and trios are helping. And the pool noodles.
Just so you know, the name is a name. So this is Formalities by Baum Brothers. You can see that right up here. And I'm just going to see if I can put in chintz. There are 143 chintz things on there. And take a look, as you'll see right now, we're seeing a lot of things that are 18, 12, 9, 19. So this is one of the reasons. And if I actually put in birds, it goes down to $4.99. So a large 10-inch bird vase for that much, not worth. So didn't think about that. That one is being that much good that we want to. So I've got something here now. I'm not sure how we. Well, let me show you. I'm trying to think. How do I do this? I want to show you something here that I'm trying to figure out how to give this away. Rick, see if you can think up. I don't know if anybody wants this, but if we can, maybe people say I'd like to win this. Then we'll ship this to. We'll put the names down of the people who say, yeah, they'd be interested in getting this to win. I saw this and I just loved it. But again, I am not necessarily a shoe person. This is the interesting thoughts of Edward Monkton. I don't know who Edward Monkton is. It is the Shoe of Salvation mug. And you can see it cost me 99 cents. And I will read to you what is on the back. The shoe. Look at me. Am I not wonderful? Lady, you are the most wonderful shoe in the world. I'm going to make me bigger here. You are the most wonderful shoe in the world. I fall to my knees and weep with pleasure when I am with you. Pause. Lady, you are beauty. You are truth. In you I find my salvation. Shoe, thank you. You are a nice lady. I just thought this was such a cute mug for shoe fanatics. I don't know if any of you are shoe fanatics out there. But if there's anybody who's a shoe fanatic who wants this mug, I'm gonna send it to anybody out there who one of the people just throw in there. Give me your shoe. Give me your shoe. Nelly's saying throw.
I'm not seeing anybody claiming it, so
nobody loves their shoes that much.
How about I spin the wheel and force it upon?
Susan doesn't want it. Nobody wants their shoes. Well, fine. I guess I'm going to keep this shoe, or I'll do something with it. Maybe I'll throw it on a Pop Shaw Live. Nobody's that kind of fanatic. Rebecca's like, what the? I thought people would love. Sorry, I know some women who just love their shoes. So I thought
Doug wants to chew on the shoe.
Doug is saying throw the shoe. Oh well, you never know. Some things are good. Some things are weird. Does anybody know who this is? This is another thing. I'm not sure if anybody recognizes this or not. This is a cookie jar. And this cookie jar, I'll see first if anybody recognizes it again. I don't know if this is a Canadian. I think this is a North American phenomena. I think this is a North American group. It is a cookie jar. It's taped around the outside. And Dax is saying thrift. Oh, yeah. My God. Well, that's the X-rated version. Pauline got it right. It is the Doodlebops. The X-rated version is the Diddlebops. The Doodlebops. Greg is, who are those guys? Carl's never seen those. Tina's not a clue. No idea. Well, yeah, it's actually, let me just pop the. Oh. That wasn't it. Sorry, I thought I had a picture at the bottom of it, but I got thrift. So throw, Doodlebops. They look familiar, and yeah. Oh my God, the Doodlebops. So we got thrift or throws.
Careful what you pull out of that jar.
Well, what would I do if I saw some Diddlebops or Doodlebops or Doodlebops or Diddlebops? Is I bought the Doodlebops. I had to buy the Doodlebops. And let me just...
I almost peed laughing when he showed me that.
There it is. Doodlebops, $5.99.
And it's a limited production.
It's limited production. It is in really good shape. And this is one of the reasons that, yes, it's going down a weird sort of way. But it's actually kind of, it's a kid's show. It's one of those singing kid shows, kind of like the the Waggles. I'm not.
Teletubbies.
Well, I don't know if it's really
the Wiggles and the Teletubbies had children.
It's what?
It's if the Wiggles and the Teletubbies had children. They would be the.
Here's the challenge when you're looking something like that up. Is if you look up Doodlebops, you just get this. So here's the thing. Remember, I told you this before. Your husband or the Doodlebops? Is if you're looking up something like this, again, what I want you to do is I want you to put the minus in and put DVD. So you're going to, you see 220 down to 38. So when I get down to 38, that factoring in that minus made me at least get something that looks a little closer to what I could look at. These are still, a lot of these are actually still in that neighborhood. I could just put in cookie jar. And I saw this one for $31.50 not sold, one for $50 not sold, one for $75 not sold. A couple of these are actually newer, and a couple of them are UK. None have sold actually as of yet, but I did see these other things like this Doodlebops plush for $50. $50. So this is one of those things that you think about. $5.99. It was a risk I was willing to take because it was a little bit on the weirder side, and it may very well be something that again we try in Pop Shop on our Pop Shop live show, or it might go into a max sold. But we will try it first on.
All of the Doodlebops were female. There's only one.
No, it's just this one is the female.
I'm looking up.
These two are not.
The Doodlebops wiki has the cookie jar. It's Dee Doodle in the front, Rooney Doodle, and Mo Doodle.
Roomy and Mo, also known as roommates. See, they don't know. Dee Dee has no idea.
That's right.
Dee Dee has no idea that they're like giving each other little back rubs.
Mm-hmm.
And look where his hand is. Look where their hand. Oh no! Get your hand out of there. There. Okay, yeah, now I have gone off the rails. I'm terribly sorry that we've done that.
It's Mo with an E, but the E is silent.
You know, I always love. Oh, we're up to 40 viewers. Yay, I think we'll do let's do another giveaway, Rick.
Okay. What are we giving away now?
You know what? Let me do this first. So before we do that, business in the front, party. Pauline's son loved that in this day. I never did watch that. I love the baggy wall though, right? I am a fanatic about the baggy wall. In fact, I've got stuff that I'm actually prepping for a baggy wall show. So I've been over the past couple of weeks. I picked up some stuff in baggy wall. In like 2 weeks on the Tuesday, we're going to do a baggy wall haul show, showing you the kind of things you can find in baggy walls. And they don't necessarily mean they only have to be toys. There's a good percentage of them that are toys. So if you have a chance to go to a Savers or a Value Village, take a look at those baggy walls for toys. Do the thing that we always talk about. If you're looking at cars, if you're looking at any of the other sort of plastic toys or little animals or things like that, what do we always say, Rick?
If there's one on the wall, there's probably not all.
Oh, that's true. But we put our hands under the ball. We weigh our bags. We lift our bags up, and we see
them gently.
We cut them, and then we see if one's heavier than the other. But every once in a while, you do see something, and Julie doesn't have any baggy walls. Not even in your Goodwill, even in the Goodwills that we've been down to in the States, some have like a little baggy rack. They may not have a huge wall, but they do have a little baggy rack. See if this is
there's always lots of sterling.
That's the typical baggy wall. Look at that. Typical baggy wall.
And most of them have them organized in sections too. Housewares, toys.
So take a look. So again, this is part of the, if there's one on the wall, there's probably not all. This is something else that we found. I want to know what you would think about. So this is, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's all of these here. And what are they? They're safety darts. So they're the kind of darts that actually have the rubber tip to them. $3.99 for a package. Every package had 3 or 4 inside it. I think I got a closer thing of it. There's the closer thing of what the safety darts look like. So there's the little rubber darts on the end. So would you look at something like this? $3.99, so almost $1 a pack of darts, $1 a dart. Would you thrift it, or would you throw when you see a baggy wall full of those? No, if it was jarts, we could not. It's the son of jarts. It's the safe son of jarts, because you can't sell jarts because they're illegal. They're illegal. You'll blind somebody with them. I don't know why, because I used to throw them myself. We got a thrift. Grab them all and thrift. Throw. Grab them all and scan the USB. Thrift. Throw. See? Again, this is what I love. Everybody has different ways that they're thinking about this. Thrift. Throw. Well, Michael, you're throwing everything. Tina's you'll poke your eye out. People are stupid. Yes, throwing those there. Yes, and Sarcastic Eller would throw the darts. And what did I do? Well, I threw the darts. The reason that I threw the darts did a little bit of research, and this is what made me throw them. They were not branded. They are just generic, and they had this strange USA patent on them. There probably were 15 to 20 bags. So at $3.99 a piece, it would have been a $50 thing, but they were the generic name Safety Dart was one thing but I did look them up beforehand, because when I saw this many, you can see there's even one down the bottom corner here. When I see one on the wall, it's probably not all. And that's one of the things that I always look at. I think that is true. I think it is there. It probably is a dollar store item. I just didn't see generic is not a good sign. Joan is $1.99 thrift, $4.99 throw. So yeah, even that I probably would have thrown that dollar store item. So
well, we've seen a lot of generic sort of vintage knockoff products that do have some value. So generic isn't always no money.
But speaking of baggy wall, I also saw these in a baggy wall. And again, if there's one on the wall, it's probably not all. And that is... This is what it is. It is called a brush tea. Brush tea. This is from Iceberg Vodka. And it is a brush tea. And yes, you can guess.
It's for golf, not for your teeth.
It's like a brush tea. And there you go. So there is one on the wall. It's probably not all. So what would you think about... You're only at 2 out of 5 so far. What would you think about this baggy wall haul? Haul it? Haul some brush tees? Carl's like, what the hell are brush tees? Throw. So you think throw, if they're oversized, they're oversized. Iceberg Vodka oversized. Throw. No. Throw. No to sports. Go sports! Sherry says, Thrift, booze sponsor sales. What are those? What the hell are they? No idea. Throw. Why, Michael? Throw? Throw. Something to do with golf? Go sports? Well, let's see. What did I do with them? Looking up on eBay for everybody. Brush tee. Oversized golf tees. A 24-pack for $34.99. 24-pack for $34.99. So
plus shipping.
Plus shipping. Did I buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baggies? I bought 7 baggies. 7 of these bags for $3.99 a piece. And then I'll show you exactly what they are. They are, and I didn't even know this. I had to figure this out. They are golf tees. And what you do, this is just how they're held. So it is to make your golf swing perfect. Your golf club will hit that instead of being on wood. So the ball sits on top of that instead of sitting on a regular sort of hard tee. So when you put it in, every time you're hitting it, you're actually going to hit it properly. It also comes with a marker stuck right in there for you to use on the green. And normally they are not, and this happens to be an oversized one. These are normally not the kind of thing that you would see. There's the oversized branded, but that's what happened is Iceberg Vodka branded these and actually took them and put them out for like probably a golf game of some kind. And like this, look at this is literally 34. If you buy packets of 24, it's $35. And this is the exact item that we ended up buying. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away another one of our
light boxes.
And we're going to give this away because we want you to guess the closest to how many I actually ended up buying. So it's
individual brush tees.
Individual brush tees. How many individual brush tees did I end up getting for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at $4 a piece? So 7 times 4 is
28.
28. And
math class is tough. Barbie was right.
Math class is tough. So yeah, so I got $28. I got 7 bags. How many did I actually pick up for the $28?
I'm not seeing a right answer yet.
We're going to let some people get a chance to throw
without going over.
Without going over, we're going to see how many people who can get closest to the right answer. And then we're going to do our little, let's do our da, 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 da. da, 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 da. Brush tea. Da, 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 da. Brush tea are what we did bought. So we thrifted these, and from the looks of it, the closest to it is actually Mr. Throw. We got 120 of those teas for the $28 that we spent Canadian, which is about 20 or so US. So, Mr. Michael, we will make sure that you get one of our portable light boxes. And what we're actually doing is I'm doing them a different way. I've actually built ours because some people are even selling these in packets of 3, like for like $6, $7, $8.
Yeah, Lisa Wallace guessed 119 after I had typed in time is up.
After time went up.
Yeah.
We'll figure it. At least it was after the end. But so again, what they're basically coming in at is somewhere in the neighborhood of $2 to $3 a tea. So even $1 to $2 a tea. So I'm fine because 120 teas is $120. We're actually going to be listing them as individuals. I thought so. Somebody might want to buy them in batches, so I'm listing them as individually at $2 a piece. We're building that up so it'll be $2 a piece, and then we're building that with discounts. If somebody buys like more than 2, they get a 5% discount. 10% discount. If they buy more than 3, they get a 15% discount, and then we're adding in 50 cents or a quarter for every single one for postage. So we're not going to lose money on postage, but if somebody wants 10 of them, they can go and buy 10 of them because like somebody bought $11 for 6 of them. Somebody there paid $8.99 for 4. Somebody paid $8.95 for 3 open ones. So you never can tell, but again, just want you to watch out for something that's interesting that you may not have thought of when you see those baggy walls. In this case, that's literally what grabbed my attention is a huge batch of these orange things hanging on a baggie. I went, I got to see this. I put one in my basket, strangely enough, and then I started walking around. Instead of putting all of them in the basket, and it was a busy day, I just grabbed the one, rolled down an aisle, started looking up what a brush tea was, found out what it was, quickly ran back to the aisle, and somebody was standing right in front of them, and I started... I just reached in front of their face. I did the thing that I hate that other people do. I reached in front of their face to take them all, and they just kept looking at me, grabbing all these orange bags. And then after I'd thrown them all in my cart and started going away, I saw them going, where are some more orange bags? Again, it's something you don't know whether you're going to find or not.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't shame him in person.
Yeah. Carl, I love seeing multiples. They did look like hair rollers. And again, it was an area that I was one of those. Yes. I won't do that when we're together, Carl, unless I'm reaching in front of you.
Payback for all of the people who can't look at the arrows or follow the arrows.
I've given up on the arrows. No, I don't follow the arrows myself anymore either. It's just one of those things I've given up completely doing. So I got 2 more quickies to show you in our Thrift It or Throw It section for the night. And again, when we're finished here, one of the things to remind you of. So Friday night, we may be back on our Pop Shop Live. If we're not, check us out there on Sunday. Pop Shop Live at 9 o'clock. This Sunday is You Look Marvelous. It's our Marvel show. So we're going to talk all about Marvel comics, Marvel toys, Marvel plush, Marvel vinyls, all sorts of stuff like that as our part of our You Look Marvelous Sunday show. We may be on Friday, but we don't know if we're going to be back from Kingston or not, so we'll probably skip this Friday. Next Tuesday, Becky Joyce will be joining me for our What's Sold in September, including a duet that she doesn't know what because I haven't written that one yet, but I promised I'll write it and tell her beforehand, so it may sound a little bit better. And then make sure you follow us if you can on Instagram as well. And again, thanks to everybody here in the Kennel Club for getting us, helping us stay around, do a bunch of stuff, and have our 2,000 plus members. Oh, ours still have arrows. I've just given completely up on the arrows because nobody pays attention to them anymore.
I have not. I'm one of those people who does sort of, excuse me.
So you do that so well. This is something I'm going to show you that I thought about. You sneak preview to see a picture of this. I love it when collections show up. And this collection showed up.
That is some collection.
This is some collection. Here we go. It's
native erotica.
It's not erotica.
Excuse me.
Well,
what are they doing?
He's pouring water. He's saying, "My, what a nice ostrich feather you're wearing." These are doing yoga. She's holding a thing up saying, look what I found. Where's my boyfriend or girlfriend? And this, I guess it is a little bit of okay, I didn't really notice then when I looked at these like that. I guess now that you stare at them, this spicy romance series, I don't know. What would you do? Would you thrift the native orgy, or would you look, she's water poured all over, she's sitting in water. Again, when I see a collection of stuff like this, you kind of $9.99 each piece was $9.99.
Now the green teacup in behind with the gold filigree, and
that was also $9.99, but we didn't buy that. Throw, ew. Ooh, just a nice little ooh. Throw. Is that an ostrich feather? Are you trying to see it? Bro, hard throw. I'd have to break it. $10 each. I'd have to look that one up. Yes. $9.98. That's high. Yeah, somebody was high when they put that price. Throw hard. I would take a picture and throw it. And you know what, everybody? I did take a picture and throw it. I did look it up. I did not buy it. And the reason I didn't buy it was these are all Franklin mint. But which you always have to watch for. But again, it was more so when I saw a collection. You want to take a look at what's there. They were all from the same I think it was called Mystic River collection or something like that. But they were all selling for $7, $8, and $9. So as it was like, there's nothing really in there for me to necessarily trade on. It is also something, yeah, it's in that not necessarily doing the cultural appropriation thing. I didn't want to do that. But no on Franklin Mint. Some Franklin Mint, it is, like as Riff said, Nadine said she thrift just to go against the grain. I have one more, and this is something that Rick and I
if you have an office gift exchange where you
our last one, Rick and I argued about this one, so you tell me if you would thrift this or throw this. This is a painting that sometimes you can see paintings that are sitting in there. We had our little arguments on this one. This is what looks to be like an oil painting. It is of a man with roosters and hens. It's an actual oil painting. Now here's where the discussion came into play. One, it was $17, so $16.99. It was also got horrible outer framing, so you can see from here really bad water staining on this cloth frame, which I think was an original frame. Now there is that, and let me pull this up. That is a better potential picture of, you can see the work done in this. You can see that it's real painting.
It's not one of those paintings that has been printed and then
it's not the printed kind.
Added to the front.
Throw. The mat is damaged is correct. Throw. It has chickens. It's just enough.
Evil chickens.
Throw. Possibly buy from Angelique, and Holly is, when she lived in Nashville, someone found a copy of the Declaration of Independence under a picture, and it sold for big money. Throw.
I remember that story.
Sherry says thrift. Michael says throw for the win. Well, I'll tell you, Rick and I had a fight about this one, and it was
Fight is such a bad word.
Okay, Rick and I had a discussion about this. We didn't actually have a discussion. I showed it to Rick on my phone because he didn't want to come in this day. And he said, get rid of it. I went, but it's a picture. It's chickens. It's all this. It's so interesting. And Rick said, yeah, throw it. And did I throw it? I bought it. I don't know where I put it, but I did buy it. I can't figure out where I put it. I did buy it, though. I bought it. And the reason that I bought it is because we actually popped it out of the frame. The frame looked horrible. I can't figure out where the heck I put it. I must have put it downstairs. We popped out of the frame. It doesn't look bad outside of the frame. And here's the reason we're buying it. This is a test for us. We're actually going to be putting this into a Max Sold because Max Sold oils can get big money for unknown artists. We've seen people spending hundreds of dollars on these. So I'm actually taking a big risk on this. I did use a 20% coupon. So I got it down to about $14. So let's say $11 US, $14 Canadian with tax. And that's the reason. I loved the scene of it. I loved how well I thought that the roosters and chickens were done. I thought that it was really well painted. I don't know
outside of the frame. I don't mind it.
Actually, outside the frame, he was fine with it. But so this is why we ended up picking it up. We picked it up because of the chickens.
The little chicks are just splotches of paint, but when you back up, they actually appear to be chicks.
Yeah. And no, have not looked up the artist yet. I have not figured out that signature, if it's Cavalier or what it is. So again, it was, oh yeah, we will do research before we put it in Max Sold, that's for sure. So but yeah, that was just another thing to think about. So again, look up oils, look up things, look up that baggy wall when you can. Look up anything that you might find. If you've got a cartoon hero on it, you never know who Tintin might be. Think about those plates, but look them up before you pass on them. Anything that Skylines, things like that, can go for big money, except if it happens to be a Manhattan Skyline. Chintz is good, but not all chintz is great. So make sure you're, again, looking up that, because Bohm Brothers is not a high-end thing. Once you look these up, you'll start being able to pick these up and going, wow. Well, no, $14 is not that big of a risk. That's true. But I could get $1 for it. So if I put it in Max Sold.
It's a calculated risk based on gut feel.
Think about your Doodlebops. Don't think about those diddle boppers. Here's the last thing that I took a picture of. I forgot about this one. White Rain. This were $1.99 for White Rain extra body shampoo. Because, you know, some body like me needs extra body shampoo and extra body conditioner. And this is the last thing is our thrift or throw. Would you thrift or throw some White Rain shampoo? Well, I got to tell you, because we're running late, this entire bag is filled with those. These are this entire bag. There is a whole batch. Oh, I can't even hold them up. They're so heavy. They're very heavy. A whole batch of unused White Rain shampoos. And why? Because they're discontinued and they actually go for almost $10 a pop. So, oh my goodness, we've done so well with some of that older stock things like that we've sold to places. You never know where somebody might want this for a drugstore in the next season of Stranger Things, for all we know. So it's just an interesting thing. It is cheap. It was cheap brand, but no, I actually found that it was doing good on flips, even though you people are all saying throw. It's too late. I got all this. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to have to wash my hair or wash Doug's hair. It's $1.
I wouldn't use it on Doug. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. Just kidding. Well, people
can curl your leg hair with it.
Yeah, I maybe I did one wrong. I do some things wrong. I don't necessarily do everything right. And as you can see, everybody goes, hey, if it's something that's, as Nalo says, they can be expensive at the wazoo if it's discontinued. Yeah. Holly sold a book to young Sheldon's prop master. So that's just something different to think about. Hopefully, yeah, thank you, Nadine. Hopefully they did learn something new. Maybe it was about the Doodlebops that you learned something new. Maybe it was about paintings. Maybe it was about brush tees. But again, if there's one on the wall, think about what else is there. Take a look at things that you might end up not thinking about otherwise, because you never know when you might find $100 worth of stuff. Or if you happen to be a member of the Kennel Club and you watch our latest WOOF that came out yesterday, you might find something that I said that we just flipped 4 of this weekend for a $60 to $70 profit a piece, and just bought 4 more of them today to put on to sell over the next 3 or 4 days. 5? Did we buy 5 more of these?
Yeah.
So
you
never know, but it might be something that you can find that you can flip, and that's why we always love the extra support we're getting here. Thank you for everybody in here. Now, remember, what I want you to do to win the Newer light set, if you want to win the Newer light set, generously donated by Joel here, I want you to go. Doug thought I was knocking on the door with that. I want you to go on to this afterwards. You'll see this on YouTube, and I want you to comment below there. Not that these don't count. Comment below there. Oh, Adrian, thanks for joining. Goodbye. Good night. And then we're going to make the draw from the people who are on both the comments from our little preview video, and for this, we're going to get one. I know we're going to hit 50 on that. And next Tuesday, we'll do a draw for that to win the Newer light system. Thanks again to Joel on that. So we're going to try again to sign out. And we're going to sign out with our opening song, which is our new theme song for this show. Whether it's good or bad, who knows? But again, I'm going to leave this on so Rick can dance in the background to see. You can watch Rick dance and see his lobster dance.
The only dance I know.
We can thrift if we want to. We can leave that stuff behind, because you thrift or you throw, and if you don't know what to do, well, that's just fine. Say, we can shop where we want to, buying stuff you'll never find. Would you buy for a flip? Would you pass it by or leave a really good thing behind? We can thrift or throw. We can shop in a thrift store, and we may buy or may not. We can find something neat or be met with defeat or cha-ching you with a victory cry. That rhyme didn't work. We can thrift if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you may prove us wrong, like the point of this song, and make me look like an imbecile. I said, we can thrift. We can throw. Tell us, what would you do? We can thrift. We can throw. Who is right, me or you? Or Donna or Michael, who is right?
I'm never right.
We can thrift. We can throw. Every guess is different. Thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. It's thrift or throw. Look, people are leaving. Dramatically leaving.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for everybody for joining us here on our Thrift or Throw 2,000 subscriber celebration.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, see you Friday. No, see you Sunday at Pop Shop Live. And we'll see you next Tuesday here. Woof. I'm Bad Dog.
I'm Good Dog.
Doug's downstairs. He says bye. We're all out of here. Woof.